Welcome back again, everyone, for the final show of tonight. Yes, it is a match review and player ratings. Yes, from today's 2-1 win against Brentford, a win today. It's another win for us. 5 wins in a row we've picked up. Oh, what a time to be a Newcastle fan it is, isn't it, right now? So, there you are. Yeah, definitely. But anyway, guys, if you do enjoy tonight's match review and player ratings, please, of course, remember to hit the thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button, of course, if you're new to the channel or you're not yet subscribed and you really enjoy the content that's on this channel. Please hit the subscribe button. It's free to do so and it helps me the channel grow. And hit the bell. And again, it's just not me. That helps make the channel grow to you guys as well by enjoying the content that I put week in, week out, liking the videos, subscribing to the channel when the new subscribers come as well. So you are hit the bell notification as well, and you'll be known of any other live shows or any other pre-recorded videos that gets uploaded to the channel as well. The bell notification will notify you whether it's a live show or a pre-recorded video on the day. If you would like to donate, we have Super Chat available. And if you'd like to become a member of the channel for just 99p a month, just hit that join button to become a member of the channel for just 99p a month. Let's dive to a couple of comments as have come in. Hey, Jamie, hope you're well. Hi, everyone from a Sheffield United fan. And hi, Umar's in the house. Hi, Pete. Isak winner. Absolutely. Certainly was as well. And we need to talk about that goal on tonight's show as well. Because, wow, that goal was just unbelievable. I thought it really was, wasn't it? So, there you are. But the first half of the game, we were terrible. We were absolutely terrible. We were getting overrun throughout the whole of that first half. We really were. Just a bit flattering that their goal came from the penalty spot, which, again, we need to talk about that because VAR had an absolute clusterfuck again once again. And it's just good grief. That's what I can say about VAR today once again. Can Newcastle get top 6? Yes, certainly we can. Or top 4 we definitely can go for as well. So this is ours to lose now. It really is ours to lose. So there. Hi, Paul. Hope you're well. So, yeah. But, yeah. The first... I mean, Ivan Toney thought he scored early on in the game. But only to be choked off by VAR. And I think they did get the decision right. I think they just did get the decision right because he was just offside for me. So there you are. So I'm glad that one got overruled. Definitely. Okay, the first penalty conceded by Botman. I think he does. That one is a penalty for me. He does catch him, doesn't he? So there you are. But Toney, trying to be so cocky. Normally puts the penalties away. Oh, what an absolute weak penalty that was for that one. So what a weak penalty that was, definitely. And easy catch by Nick Pope. And wow, Toney trying to get cocky as usual. And yeah, he did make that penalty as powerful, did he? And oh, yes. But then the second one, and my God, this is just outrageous. This was given and I don't know how this is a penalty in a billion years, because I mean, Isak's he's trying to go for the ball for Christ's sake. And look at how it took them for the referee to look at that over again. Just absolutely bizarre, wasn't it? So there you are. It was given. Toney stepped up and he scored it. Was a little bit powerful, a little bit higher the penalty this time, but he scored it this time. But we're 1-0 down in the game, and you're thinking, we've not played well in the first half at all. We really haven't. The best thing we can hope for is get to half-time. Eddie can get right into the lads and says, right, this first half was absolutely not acceptable at all. You need to do something about that in the second half completely. He takes off Murphy and Longstaff, and he brings on Wilson and Gordon. And I thought Longstaff, and I thought it was the right move because I thought them two were non-existent in the first half. I really, really thought they were. Could it be down to tiredness that they've started 3 league games in a row? It could possibly be. But I think that'd be taken off at half-time, and it was the right decision, you could tell. But Wilson, just shame his goal, got ruled out. But again, I thought his work rate was exceptional when he came on. Now we're seeing a fully fit Callum Wilson, which is really, really good. Gordon again, really, really good. Got taken off towards the end of the game, though. I mean, was it just to run the clock down, or was he carrying something? Yeah, I'm not entirely too sure, but yeah. But anyhow, got that second half right. The players had to wake up, and they did really wake up in the first half after they were really much sound asleep in the first half. But second half, Eddie must have said something, and the second half completely changed there for us. Definitely, it really, really did. Paul, are we still third? Yes, we certainly are. Where your beer's at? Well, it's not the beer I'm on. I'm on the dark rum tonight, Jamie. This time, so there you are. Peter, if you were Eddie Howe, would you give Isak number 9 next season? Absolutely not a bad shout. Definitely not a bad shout. Definitely isn't at all, is it? I mean, although Isak's now starting to look like the record signing that were brought into the football club. We know he's had that injury, but to see him come back fit and get the goals now is just absolutely magnificent. It is. So everyone has watched the game apart from me. Is there something I don't know? I only have Sky. Have a look at the highlights, David, and you can see it there for yourself. So never like VAR. It's the people who run it that don't have a sudden clue, do they? They really just do not have a sudden clue how to run it at all, do they? Though Brentford played well against us, they did in that first half. As I mentioned, we were constantly getting overrun by them in the first half. But second half, it was the opposite. We wake up and we were doing it to them as well. So, MC, well, can't believe how much tickets for the FA Cup versus City, 500 for the weekend. God, that's a disgrace, that. That is a borderline joke, that. Absolute borderline joke, definitely. £500. Absolute rip-off, that is. Absolute disgusting, that is. So there. But we'll get the equaliser through. Well, wasn't given as Joe Linton. It was actually given by a David Raya own goal, because it looks like Joe Linton's trying to shoot it through the legs of him. It did come off like the inside of his leg, and then it went into the back of the net, so which was good. And that's got us woken up in the second half. It's really, really got us woken up in the second half, which was brilliant, because we needed that, and that is exactly what we got as well. So we're back in the game, and how we needed that was massive as well. So FA Cup final 5. Again, that is just a farce, that completely, isn't it? So but yeah, it was great. We needed that to get back into the game and equalise at 1-1. Because you could tell that first half was not acceptable at all. It really, really wasn't, definitely. So, Peter, have I got time to share the show as well? Yeah, feel free to do, Paul. Massive thank you. If you're doing any new stuff tuned in, please remember to subscribe and like. If you just tuned in or you're brand new at the channel as well, definitely. So there. But so yeah. VR nearly ruined our day. Eddie got the change of spot on again. He certainly did, didn't he? I just do it for my team. I love Blades, but it's a lot of money. Yeah, there's a lot of fans who would, just to see them, would pay that. But it's a heck of a lot of money, isn't it? It's just outrageous. So there. But again, go back to the game. I mean, just the equaliser is how we desperately needed that as well. So they also were having opportunities for ourselves, and now we've got to get on to. Oh, wow. Yes, yes, yes. Alexander Isak's goal. What a goal that was. What I love about the goal as well. It's just he hits that shot first time. First time he hits that shot. Great work rate from Wilson. And Isak just absolutely curled that bended that into the top corner. Absolutely brilliant. That was from Alexander Isak. Wow, he's going to get double figures now as well very, very soon. You could just tell. Just brilliant from the lad, and the way he just shot that was just amazing. So there you are. Would you do it with Newcastle? Probably, yeah, would definitely. Toney, hi Peter, thanks for coming on my show earlier. No problem at all. Thanks again for having me, Toney. Really, really appreciate that. And please do check out Toney's channel. It's all black and white TV. He's on the road to 500 subscribers. I'm sure Toney would appreciate a subscriber for anyone who hasn't checked his channel out as well. So there you are. I passed my driving test, made my day. Congratulations, Umar. Who's doing the player ratings with you? It's just me the night this time. But of course, the ones who tune in, just get yours in the live chat for when we get to them. Peter, we win our game in hand to beat Spurs. Do you think third will go down to the last day of the season? Hopefully not. It'd be great if we could just get that situation or just a top 4 spot sorted out as well. But I think we can beat Spurs, definitely. We definitely can beat Spurs. But as I mentioned, this is top 4's now ours to lose now. But third, it's a possibility now as well. Just the way we're playing is just magnificent. Sorted YouTube and Twitter, please. Thanks, Paul. Really, really appreciate that. As well, definitely. But look at the run we're going on. We've got Villa next week. It's going to be a slightly harder game. But you know what? Why can't we look for another 3 points? The way we're playing is just outstanding now. Maybe not in the first half for today, but look at the way how we've performed in a lot of games this season. And it's just been mind-blowing in particular. So think we'll finish above Manchester United in the league. Hopefully we do. Hopefully we do. I can't wait for next Sunday for the women's game. That'll be a great game, definitely, as well. That'll be definitely a great game. So, yeah. But as I mentioned, really dreadful in the first half we were, but second half was where we livened it up and had to do something about that. So, yeah. So, yeah, we did that. As I mentioned, we did that in Aston Villa a week today as well. Lucky it gives the players a week off to get ready, prepared for Villa, so can have a bit of a rest. Because we've played 3 games in 6 days of each other. So, no doubt the players are going to be feeling it a little bit now. So, well, because I got tickets for me and you. Yes, you did. I'll be disappointed if Eddie Howe didn't get manager of the season for the job that has done compared to last season. Absolutely should be in there. Because look at where we are. He's taken us into a top, really high place in the league table. Leicester got relegated. Do we get James Maddison in the summer? Hopefully. And I think Leicester now are going to get relegated come the end of the season. I mean, yes, I've sacked Brendan Rodgers. The results have been not going their way as of late. It really, really hasn't. There have been some really, really poor results. But it looks like they're going to replace Brendan Rodgers with Jesse Marsh of all people, who was very, very awful at Leeds United. I think Leicester are banging trouble now, you could see, along with Southampton. possibly Everton as well. I mean, I've gone back to Everton because of the FFP, and if this thing gets sorted and Everton get the points deduction, that's goodbye to the Premier League for them. It really, really is as well. So, Pete, you thought I was brave when I said we will finish third a few weeks ago. I did say Toney. I said fifth just to play it safe. But now this third place top 4 finish, it's looked like it's really definitely going to happen, isn't it? So yeah, Pete, do you remember telling me you East Corner Gallagher in Champions League? I can't remember off the top of my head, Paul. I've got to admit. So you'll probably have to remind us again when you see us next time. As well. So I can't remember off the top of my head. So there you are. Of course, we'll do the player ratings halfway through the show. When we get to those, remember to pop yours down in the live chat. As well. So yeah. But let us know what you think, guys. I'm going to put off terrible first half, but a much better second half as well. One of the talking points is definitely going to be about VAR because, again, it's not a penalty, that second one that Brentford got awarded. It really, really isn't. I mean, yeah, and Wilson, unfortunately, got his goal disallowed, who was exceptional, fought to save the goal. But again, it's high above the arm. Someone needs to give these referees a rocket up the backside because they're freaking clueless. They're absolutely clueless. They don't know how to run a piss up in a sodden brewery. That's what they say. What's what it is. Villa will be huge if we can get another win, especially with Spurs at home to Bournemouth and Man U away at Forest next weekend. Absolutely. Early kickoff as well for us next Saturday, and I can't see why we can't get anything of Villa, who did win today against Forest. But the fact is, we're not Nottingham Forest. We're Newcastle United now. And look where we are. Hope Forest stay up, says Paul. Yeah. Absolutely. I know they're in the bottom 3 at the moment. Hopefully they can get themselves out of it as well. It's the home games that's going to be key for them in terms of their league status fair for next season. It really, really is, definitely so. So there you are. But go back to VAR, it wasn't just pointed this game. I thought it was horrendous in the Spurs and Brighton game. I think Brighton have been absolutely robbed completely today as well. I've just looked at the highlights on YouTube as well, and that is a robbing for Brighton completely. Absolutely robbed Brighton of being there today, you've got to admit. So, I mean, Mitoma's goal, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure if there was anything wrong with that, I must admit. So, I mean, I don't know how Brighton were awarded a penalty. That wasn't even checked by VAR as well. Hope so close to saving second penalty. He's our best signing for me. He could see well is, but you've got to mention the likes of Isak as well. You've got to say Bruno from last season. When we're signing from last season as well, has just been excellent as well, definitely. So yeah. Pierre, between us and Manchester United, who do you think has the better running for third? I'm gotta be us. Gotta say it's us, man. Really, really gotta be us. They will stay up if Everton are deducted points. Yeah, absolutely. If Everton are get the points deducted, well, that's goodbye. Next season, Peter, no car. Well, sorry to hear about that, Paul. How many points do you need to save relegation? You're looking at around between 30 to 40 points to stay up. That's the thing. So, yeah, Michael, we have the better run-in as Man United have European football and an FA Cup, says Toney. Yeah, absolutely, they do. Where we're just concentrating on the league now. That's what we're just concentrating on now. So that's what we just need to do. We just got to keep picking the results that we need, and that hopefully gets us in the top 4. We're on 56 points now. We'll go to 59. if we win against Villa. Do you know what? 70 points. It's possible at this rate. And look at the games we've got upcoming, and as well, which you fancy us to win as well. It's just mind blowing. As well, definitely. So there you are. I have many good friends here now who support Nottingham Forest, and he's one Paul. But yeah, we saw out the rest of the game, which was good. And there was a couple of scary moments, as I mentioned. Of course, Paul by the pull off, as well, but he did very well to do that as well. But VAR were trying to do everything again, just try and screw us over completely, which they didn't. So that show last night was funny. It certainly was, wasn't it? If anyone didn't see the show last night, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, Archer came out with something, and yeah, had a mouthful of water, and whew, out it came. Yeah, Andrew's in the chat. Hope you well, Andrew. Do you fancy Liverpool tomorrow at home? I think Arsenal can win up there when Miggy back in training, hopefully soon. But there's still a bit of time up, so as well. So I think Arsenal will beat Liverpool. I think they can will as well. I mean, Liverpool are just really poor this season. They're just so poor this season. That is the problem with them. And again, it just be great to see what Mr. Teef has to say if he loses again. Right, I'm just gonna share something Toney's just set us on our screen. So wait till I just get this up because and Toney's just sent me this at the bottom. And if you're looking at the bottom, he says this is what they should do with VAR. So gets the computer and just throws it in the trash, in the bin. Oh, Lord. Well, Andy's. I'm on whiskey sours tonight. Person turquoise waving. Oh, it's just that was emoji he's put in the chat. She be kind of seen on StreamYard. So whiskey sours sound lethal. Them like I'm going for a 4-0 Arsenal tomorrow. Wow, that could happen. You never know. Hi, Paul. So Toney just welcoming Paul. And white wine, yes, says Paul Gallant. I don't really drink a lot of white wine much, I've got to admit. So I do like a lot of red, I can tell you that. So so there you are. And Tony's just say Jack Daniels fire the red one again. Dark rum tonight it is for me. I love red Pierre. Nice one, Andrew. I've taken after me dad with red wine, I've got to admit. So Pepsi Max says Joe Linton or Pepsi, are we on the pop tonight? Pierre, did you and Toney sort linked in for your YouTube channel? Nah, I've still not looked into it yet, Paul. I still need to have a look into it at the moment and see. Joe Linton, player of the season. He's going to be one of them for me as well. He's definitely one of the players for player of the season, definitely, I would say. So, yeah. Reason I asked Peter and Toney is you are both a business now. Well, yeah, in a way. But I still need to have a look into this LinkedIn there thingy. Pele, Entered, says Andrew. Yeah, absolutely. Mackhams can't make the playoffs. No, they can't. But you know what? There's actually said a lot of Sunderland players that they said they didn't want promotion because they think it would be too soon for them as well. So, but yeah, they can't make the playoffs. So, and yes, that's yes. So that's just a bit of a shame, isn't it? Cher is my player of the season, says Tangy. Good shout as well, Tangy. Because I think Cher's been a rock at the back as well this season. He really, really has. Do the player ratings in just a few minutes? So do, of course, remember to get yours in when we get onto those as well. So Umar says, do you miss the Toney and Derby? I do in a way a bit, I've got to admit, because you like the Derby, you like the build-up to the game and all that. The only reason I probably wasn't missing it because I was sick of us not beating them at the time. So, but you like the build-up, the atmosphere to a Derby. It's what it's all about, isn't it? We haven't had that for a very long time, have we, as well? So, well, because when we went up, Sunderland went back down. My prediction, Aston Villa, 5-0. Bloody hell, Paul. You're confident again. We're confident. But why? But you can be, can't you now? Just of how we're playing. As well. So, there you are. Maybe Borough next season. That's a possibility as well of Middlesbrough. I mean, we haven't played them since the 2010 season. We haven't played them. So that is a bit of a derby in a way as well. So I don't miss the derby. I like to see them in the Vanarama, says Andy. Bloody hell, Andy. Paul, how many pints you had, says Joe Linton. But you can be confident now because of just how we're playing. So there you are. Harry Peter in chat says, Mason, hope you're well, Mason. If we played the Mackhams, we would smash the scum. Oh, yeah, I think we definitely beat them now. Harry Mason, we ain't beaten Villa by 5. We certainly can beat them, though. Really hope we stuff Spurs. We could beat Spurs definitely as well. Harry, Andrew, I think Brighton are going to feel absolutely heartbroken because I thought that was daylight robbery for them the day. I've got to admit, it was utter absolute daylight robbery for Brighton today. It really, really was. You're welcoming Mason into the chat. Him as well. So next is a tough game. It really, really is away to Villa. But we can win that and we can then take that into Spurs, and I can see us beating Spurs. Because I think they're still going to miss out on top 4, make Spurs. Ben refs all on Easter bonuses. Yeah, absolutely, Andrew. And Jolyn, just give me a thingy on a normal glasses of wine, 3 at moment, Big Joel. Spurs are average. If you take Kane and Son out there, Spurs are yes, definitely average. Because there's not many much players out of their side. Apart from Kane and Son, really. Kulusevski maybe, but the rest, nah, not really for me. I have been confident all season, Pierre. You certainly have, Paul, haven't you? Just the way we're playing. We're in the top 3. Could be higher and have more points if we win screwed by VAR times. Yeah, Mason and I are South Shields close to promotion. Says, yeah, Mason and our South Shields close to promotion. Apologies about that. Apparently, you only need 1 or 2 points, I believe. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Right then, let's get into them now. So we'll get into the player ratings now then. And remember to get yours down in the live chat as well, and let me know what you think the ratings are. I'm more worried about Villa away than Spurs at home. Yeah, I think a lot of people are, because when we're at home, we're just brushing teams aside now. We really have. South Shields will be playing Scunthorpe next season, probably in the National League North. They've done really well. Yeah, absolutely. So let's get into them then. The player ratings time it is. So remember now, of course, I've mentioned. My £10 bet was top 4 before a ball was kicked. It going into the fullback outside St James's Park. Interesting. 5 more wins, and I'd see we'll get Champions League, says Joe Linton. That's a possibility. Chipper says, oh, me thoughts are lifting tonight. What you been eating, Chippers? How much you think we will spend in the summer? It's a hard one to say right now. Plus, you've got to remember the FFP as well. So they have been, Toney, been impressed with Kevin Phillips in the team this season for South Shields. Yeah, he's done a really good. Yeah, has done a good job with them. So, well then, player ratings time. So again, remember to get yours in there. So there you are. So kicking off with that man there, Mr. Nick Pope, and some of the saves he had to pull off were crucial, particularly towards the end of the game, where then he saved the penalty as well, I thought. So still a little bit thingy with his last decision making at times, Pope, but I believe he'll be able to sort that out himself. There's time to improve for that. But other than that, I thought Nick Pope definitely kept us in it towards the end of the game. So I'm going to see a 9 for Nick Pope. Our burger and chips with anything in it by any chance, Chip has brown sauce, I'm guessing. 300 mil if we get Champions League 4. Pope a 9-4 wins. 9 for Pope in a row. Paul, it's 5. It's 5 wins in a row, yes. Wins in a row, so that's just give Nick Pope a rating of 9 there. Right, let's go to the back 4. Kieran Trippier. I thought his driving things with the ball was really good. Some of his set pieces, again, were very hit and miss, I thought, today. So that was the only downside, I thought. But other than that, he did what he really had to do during the game, didn't he? He's the leader, definitely on the pitch. So that's what he does. I'm going to give Trippier an 8 for today. Of course, maybe the set pieces, but the rest of his game I thought was very, very good. So I'm going to see an 8 for Trippier. The Spurs, etc. Trippier 7, says Jolin. Okay, fair play as well. Right then, let's go into the back 4 now. So we'll go into Mr. Fabian Schär. And you know what? I thought he did very well as well, Fabian Schär. I really, really thought so, yeah. Again, he's just been fantastic this season, hasn't he? Did what he had to do. And does what he does out on the pitch continuously. So I'm going to say an 8 for Fabian Schär as well. Evan Schär an 8, and an 8 is Patrick. Alongside him, that was Sven Botman. Give away the penalty, but I thought he recovered well throughout the rest of the game, I thought. Definitely as well. So there you are, which was good. You know, you'll have one. There'll be one times you'll not have a perfection game at all. So there you are. But as I mentioned, he recovered throughout the rest of the game. Just give away the penalty. So I'm going to say a 7 for Botman. Mace, John Sinclair's feeder, Team FC United and Manchester play in the same league as Shields. So to the Botman a 7. A 7 says Patrick for Botman as well. Right, the last one of the back 4 was Mr. Big DB, and that was Dan Byrne. Not too bad at times. Times getting caught out. Passing did look a little bit off at times as well. we know he's not the long-term future at left-back Dan Burn, that's the thing, so wasn't too bad. I'm going to say a 6 for Dan Burn. I think that's quite reasonable. 5 for Burn and a 6 as Patrick as well. So there. Right, the midfield 3 now. So we're going to start off with that man there, Mr. Bruno. Yeah, at times he did struggle a bit in the first half, but second half was where he had to come to life more when he had to do what he had to do, what he has been doing for this side as well. So there you are. You can tell he just carries the team forward, doesn't he? He really just carries that team forward there, Bruno, doesn't he? So I'm going to say an 8 for Bruno. I might be a bit generous, but he really recovered in that second half, I thought. So there. 7, 6 for Bruno. I think 6 has been a bit harsh there. So there you are. Right, the next one I'm going to say in the midfield, and it's Sean Longstaff. And I thought he was quite non-existent, anonymous today, I've got to admit. I really, really thought he was. Was it down to tiredness? Because he's played 3 games in a row? It could possibly will be. Maybe as well, but taken off at half time, and I think it was the right decision. I thought so. There you are. And I know I got criticised and on Toney Shaw by Rowley for giving him a 4 and say that was a bit harsh, but I'm not going to change that. I'm still going to say a 4 for Longstaff because where was he at times throughout the game? You've got to, in a way, say how it is in a way as well. So that's why I'm going to give a 4 for Longstaff. Quick question. How much do we get for 3rd or 4th from the Premier League? I'm not so sure off the top of my head there, Paul. So Longstaff for 4 as well, says Joe Linton. Okay, and the last one in the midfield, and that's Joe Willock. And again, I thought he did very well today, Joe Willock. As well. I really, really thought he did well. I thought first half, even though it wasn't a good first half, but I thought the times he did some really, really good things. Second half is where he had to again really come to life, I thought. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to see an 8 for Joe Willock as well. 7, okay. 7's not a really, really bad scoreline either. So there you are. I'm going to say an 8. Again, it's because they came really more into the life into the second half. They really had it. Even Tony's going for an 8 for Willock as well. Yep, absolutely. As well. So that is all the midfield 3 now. And now let's go on to the attacking 3 now. So I'm going to start off with that man there, Jacob Murphy. And just like Longstaff, I thought he was non-existent as well. Again, is it down to tiredness? Because he started 3 games in a row. It's a possibility, you could say as well. And again, had to be taken off in the first half because he just wasn't doing really much at all, was he there? That was the thing. So the rate I'm going to give for Murphy, and again, people might say I'm harsh, but I'm going to go with the same for Longstaff I went for. And I'm going to say a 4 for Murphy as well. I'm probably going to get hammered by Rowley if he's watching. So 5, okay, 5. And those... So I know Toney I know you give Murphy 5 when we're doing the show just before, but again, you've just got to see how it is in a way. If you know they haven't turned up or they've just disappeared in the game, you can't give them very high ratings there. That's the problem. So there you are. Right then, onto the left-hand side, that man there, Mr. Big J7. And he was a machine. He's just brilliant there, isn't he, Joe Linton? Isn't he? I mean, I know it was an own goal, but the way he busted through that was really, really good. I thought first half he did some really, really good stuff as well. So there you are. And Joe Linton's just been exceptional this season. He really, really has, definitely. So there you are. I'm going to say a 9 for Joe Linton. I thought, again, he did very, very well. His hold-up play was good. And I know, again, the way he took that shot through Raya's legs, even though it was given as an own goal, was really, really good as well. So there you are. So that's why I'm going to go with a 9 for Joe Linton. 10, you would give yourself 10. 9, yep, Fair play. Fair play. Right then, now we'll go into the final one up front. And that's our record signing, Alexander Isak. And wow, yeah, that goal was just absolutely mind-blowing, wasn't it? It was just absolutely mind-blowing the way he scored the goal, didn't he? Oh, again, you've just got to look at that and to see the way he just struck that was just absolutely outstanding, wasn't it? So there you are. First time as well. It's just a matter of time we'll see double figures for Isak very soon. Wait till we see him fully fit next season as well. He's going to be mind-blowing. You could just tell he will be as well, definitely. It's going to be a 9 for Isak, and Toney's given a 10, and a 9 for Patrick as well. So 9 is what I've gone with for Isak. Right, let's get into the substitutions now. So we've done the starting 11. So the first one out, the substitutions, we made 2 at the same time. And the first one I'm going to go with is Callum Wilson. And I thought he did very, very well when he come on. His work rate was good. Just shame his goal got chalked off for handball. But you know what? His work rate was exceptional. Now we're starting to see a fit Callum Wilson and performing Callum Wilson now. It looks like now he's now back in training properly, which is really, really good. And it's just, as I mentioned, just a shame his goal was wrong here, disallowed as well. So, but I thought his work rate was exceptional. And you know what? I'm going to say a 9 for Callum Wilson as well. I thought it was very, very impressive. I thought so. Patrick's going for an 8 for Wilson. I'm going to say a 9 because I thought he was exceptional in terms of his work rate in that second half. Really, really thought was definitely as well. So, yeah. Right, the next substitution that came along with Wilson was, of course, Anthony Gordon. And I thought he did very well, definitely as well, in terms of tracking back, getting the ball in, etc., etc. Is he close to a push into a start? Don't rule it out because it possibly could well be. I don't think he's going to be far away at some point. Could he start next week? You just never know. You could definitely tell he was annoyed when he came off at the end of the game. So they are. So I'm going to say an 8 for Anthony Gordon. I thought he did very well once again, when he come on. I thought nice to see Wilson and Isak together. Absolutely. For me, Peter, they all get 9. We led a goal in LOL. Awesome win. Yep. 7 says Patrick for Gordon. Fair play. Okay. Of course, the other substitutions that we did bring on as well was, of course, we did have Jamal Lascelles on. We also did have Elliot Anderson on. And we did also have Matt Ritchie on as well. But I think they did enough in terms of to get a really standard rating. I'm not so sure to be honest, because they did come on late throughout the game, I thought as well. So, yeah. So I'm going to just go down the middle and go 5 for all of them because they just didn't have enough time, I thought, to see what they could do throughout the game. So that's why I'm going to just go with a 5 for the rest of the substitutions. Right then, just a few more things to rate. And let's get this one out of the way with. And first, I'm going to give the referee, Chris Kavanagh. I did say 3 on Toney Shaw as well, but some people have said I was being generous. Definitely, I think I give the 3 because he did everything he tried to try and screw us over, but it didn't work in a way, though, did it? So, you know, boo, says Patrick. Yeah, absolutely. You could say that was a boo performance because it was crap, wasn't it? So now, do I stick with the 3 or do I go even lower for the referee? Do you know what? I'm still gonna. I've decided I'll still stick with the 3 for the referee, and that is just because he tried everything he could to try and screw us over, but it didn't, and we just saw the rest of the game for when Isak scored the second goal for us. So there you are. Of course, next one is got to be the fans. And you know what the fans are going to get? Just a straight 10 because they're just magnificent. We pack out at home week in, week out, and we also pack away week in, week out now because this is what our fan base is all about now. That is what our fan base is all about. We travel all the way up and down the country just to see our team play. And that's why we're so passionate and have a passionate fan base as well. So the fans get a straight 10. Oh, just an easy decision, isn't it? Ref is probably a Man U fan like John. Well, he is from Manchester. Chris Kavanagh's actually from Greater Manchester. Mason, I can tell you that. Patrick a 10 for the fans as well. So, yeah, absolutely. And just one more we got to rate. I think you know who that is going to be. Yes, that man there, Eddie Howe. And do you know what? Eddie Howe's getting double figures at 10 as well. And the reason for that is he probably definitely wasn't happy with the first time, but he must have given them a right talking to in the half time and says, right, that wasn't acceptable. This needs changing immediately. He got the substitutions right as well, definitely so. And that's why we saw out that game in the second half and won it 2-1. So there you are. So Eddie, 10 out of 10 as always. 10. I knew he was from Greater Manchester, but he probably is a red. I'm not just sure who Chris Kavanagh supports. I've got to admit so, but yeah, just not highly rated though, is he? Doesn't tell you who he supports, but yeah. Umar 1 for the referee. Yeah. You could say that definitely. Could well do, couldn't you? I mean, it was just a terrible performance there from the referee. So we've done the we've now done the all the ratings now, so we'll wrap up the show in the next 5 to 10 minutes or so. But we've got a week off until we get prepared for Aston Villa away. Early kickoff next Saturday, 12:30 down at Villa Park. So we're travelling all the way to the West Midlands this time, not a London trip this time. So to the West Midlands we go to next. So it's our third away game in a row. And let's just hope we can win against Villa a week today, definitely. So, yeah, you are. So we've done London. So Newcastle, the team we've managed to avoid a defeat going to teams in London in the Premier League this season, of course. We beat Brentford, we've beat West Ham, we've beat Spurs, we've beat Fulham. We got a draw against Arsenal. So we got draw against Crystal Palace as well. So Newcastle doing well down in the capital, where at times it's we haven't managed to do very well at times, but not lost a game in the Premier League, going down to the capital city as I mentioned. So there you are. Mason says his uncle cannot stand Villa. I know there's a lot of us. There'll be a lot of our fans that don't. After the time we got relegated, when they had the banner of sub on the time, which we'll never forget about that. It's also yeah. Carlos will be well. Cannot wait to smash Spurs at home. We can beat Spurs at home. We definitely can beat Spurs at home. Klopp will be chomping on Easter eggs if he beats Arsenal. Probably would. Although the thing is, his teeth won't be as white now because of all the chocolates that'll be on his teeth if he wins. Oh, God. Yeah, just if he does chop in on those Easter eggs, his teeth won't be as white because they'll be covered in chocolate. Oh, God. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. So. Yeah, I'm starting to lose the plot again like yesterday. Oh, God. And Patrick says, haha. Yeah, Klopp, if he has too many Easter eggs, will not see the whiteness of his teeth much. Because they'll be either, particularly if it's milk chocolate or dark chocolate Easter eggs. Oh, wow. Those Klopp jokes will never go away at all, will they? Certainly not go away. Yeah, definitely as well. So, yeah. So, yeah. God, but yeah, it's great to get a win. Wasn't going to be easy. We were shocking in the first half, but we had to change it up in the second half, and that is exactly what we did. And that's why we won the game 2-1. Definitely as well. So, and also VAR was a joke today. So there you go. VAR was an absolute farce today as well. So I wish to get this sorted out. Howard Webb's going to do something about this because it's coming so inconsistent, and there'll just be more complaints going in if this is not sorted. So there you are. Get in. What a win today, says Chris. We will beat Villa next week. Yeah, we certainly can, Chris. Definitely can. Jerry, good evening. What's up, guys? I told you, Geordie's free away for Champions League place. It's becoming possible now, Jerry, just because of the way we're playing. Get United out the top four, haha. Do you know what? Spurs don't look like getting in the top four for me as well. So that's another team you can look at as well. So, and again, very lucky. Brighton, again, I thought were absolutely robbed completely. 3 wins in a week deserves a manager of a month award, says Patrick. Absolutely as well. So certainly does. And that's why I love this manager we've got. We have no reason to say we should look for a better manager. We keep this man in, and he can just get better and better. He's still young. He's still got plenty of time to learn to become even better still. Definitely as well. That's why Eddie Howe is going nowhere. We stick with the man, and he's just been doing the job as what he does for us as well. So Spurs are shocking as a Juve fan. I don't want Conte back. He'll have a hissy fit after one season. Conte's just a one-season manager or one-season wonder manager, in my opinion, Jerry. So he'll have one good season like where he won the title for Chelsea, but then he took them out, but then they didn't win the title and they ended up finishing in 5th. Thank God we didn't get Unai Emery. No, we didn't. He bottled coming to us anyway, so there you are. We got the better deal. He can't win any games in Europe. Nah, he cannot. He certainly cannot at the moment, does he? And Chelsea again lost today. Rehired a manager who was terrible. And what happened the day they lost 1-0 to Wolves? And Chelsea are miles away from getting into Europe next season. A million miles away from getting into Europe next season. They are a long way off as well. So that just says it all about Chelsea Football Club, doesn't it? It really does say everything about what Chelsea's like at the moment. Miles away from winning anything. Finished getting to Europe as well. Just shows up all that money means nothing. Absolutely. We've bought sensibly. We've not overspent. like Chelsea have done, and it's massively backfired on them. We've looked at areas that we know to address and that's what we've just done, rather than just going and spending a shed load of cash, and it completely goes downhill. So there you are. That just says it all, doesn't it? So there you go. Gonna start to draw the show. Just a close into just a moment. Well, very, very soon. And again, we'll let you know what we got coming up on the channel throughout there for next week as well. So yeah, you are. But just delighted we got another win today, and that's all that matters. That's just all that matters for today, about getting that win today. So there you are. Right, then we are now going to start to draw the show to a close now as well. So what we got coming up throughout the channel for next week, it's probably not going to be, could be well before the Villa preview at this rate as well, or if any news that gets comes out within the club that's interested on doing a video on, well, I'll look to do something that by. The Premier League show will be on Bowser's channel Tuesday, because we rotate each week when we do that show. 1 week it's on mine, and the other week it's on his. So this week it'll be on his channel. So it's definitely going to be next, probably late during the week for the next video. But again, there might be something before that if anything that comes out gets interesting to report. So you will be notified as usual. So there you are. So there you go. And again, guys, please, of course, remember, if you have enjoyed tonight's show of the match review and the player ratings, of course, please remember to hit that thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. Of course, if you're brand new to the channel or you're not yet subscribed and you really enjoy the content, hit the subscribe button. It is free. Helps makes the channel grow, definitely. And again, it's not just me that helps the channel grow, as I've said, by putting the content out week in, week out, but you guys liking what I bring out week in, week out, subscribing to the channel, sharing it all around as well, which is just absolutely fantastic as well. So we have been getting the subscribers as of late. So again, massive thank you to those that have subscribed and supported this channel very, very much as well. Thanks, Pete. No problem, Patrick, as well. And of course, hit the bell notification as well. And of course, you will be known of any other live shows or any other pre-recorded videos that get uploaded to the channel as well. Hit the bell button. We'll notify you again, whether it's a live show or whether it's a pre-recorded video on the day the video is out, or whatever live show is out as well, definitely. So yeah. And of course, you can still donate to the channel if you feel like you want to give something to the channel, if you really are feeling generous. And if you would like to consider becoming a member for the channel as well, just hit the join button. Just 99p it costs to become a member per month for the channel as well. And again, if we get more members on the channel, we will definitely look to things like prize draws, etc. So things like that, definitely as well. So thanks, Pete. Do you watch La Liga? I haven't watched it for a very long time, I must admit. So there you are. I haven't watched La Liga for a very long time, I've got to admit. So there. Well, guys, as I mentioned, we are going to finish there now. And again, enjoy the rest of your Saturday, your weekend. Get the drink down your neck. Celebrate today's win. That we've got another win under our belts, which is absolutely fine. We're just picking up the points we need to. We're grinding out the results that we need as well. We're just doing the business out on the pitch, even though it was probably a game at 2 halves today. But there will be times like that as well. Again, we take that into Villa. We've got a bit of a break now, so hopefully we are fully charged for Villa a week today as well. 12:30 kickoff as well. So there you are. Well, guys, I shall see you all later. And again, enjoy the rest of your Saturday and the rest of your weekend, as I've just mentioned. Catch us later, guys. Take care.